All right, all right, all right. Your reigning defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles just barely escape another game, this time against the Moldy Cheeseheads over in Green Bay. They went 10-7, and this was just a weird game, man. It was just a defensive slugfest that, honestly, if you weren't a fan of either of these teams, you just didn't care about. This was boring to you. Our first offensive drive looked freaking awesome until Jalen Hurts decided to fumble it away. And honestly, neither offense could get anything going. In the first half, it was all defense. Second half comes around. We get two big plays. The Saquon play where he spin moves the defender and gets, I think, 20-25 yards. And then the throw to Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith for a touchdown. That really opened up the game. And I thought that was over. 10-0 in the defensive game like that, the game is over. But, of course, just like in the rest of the game, how penalties played a big part in it. Jahad Campbell gets a pass interference. I think Musgrave deep down the field. Not really going to be upset at him for it. Rookie mistake. It's like 50-50. Those types of pass interference penalties are weird. We're going to let it slide. But they score on a run with Josh Jacobs. And the rest of the game is kind of just the same. Eagles try to run down the clock. They have to punt. Green Bay tries to get into range. They don't. They punt it back. And then Green Bay, with a 2-minute warning still there, drives down the field. It's a 4th and 1. And for some reason, Matt LaFleur doesn't call a timeout when he has 2 left and a 4th and 1, where if you don't convert this, you're turning the ball over and the game ends. They try to hurry it up. They run some random play, illegal formation penalty. It didn't matter because they got tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and Josh Jacobs even fumbled. So Matt LaFleur was about to win the award for the dumbest head coaching decision the entire game. But Nick Sirianni decides to tell Matt LaFleur, hold my beer, because on the following drive, which should be the game-winning drive, and you should be giving the Packers knees, Nick Sirianni on a 4th and 6 in field goal range, instead of kicking a field goal with 33 seconds left in the game to go up by 6, forcing the Packers to get a fucking touchdown to win the game with 33 seconds left with no timeouts for the Packers at this point, in a defensive game, he decides we're going to go for it with our offense to win the game right now. And the throw to A.J. Brown was weird, but turnover on downs. 30 seconds left, turnover on downs. I couldn't believe it. I think the Packers get 2 good plays. They freaking try to get into field goal range. It's a 65-yarder. Guy shanks it. Game's over. 10-7 final score. But Nick Sirianni was this close to absolutely getting his outhouse egged and probably his life threatened if he would have choked this game, or if we would have gone into overtime because you didn't kick the field goal. But he gets bailed out because, let's be honest about the Packers, they're not Super Bowl contenders. They were never Super Bowl contenders. Everybody was ready to crown the Packers after they traded for Micah Parsons and got those 2 back-to-back home wins, one against the Lions and one against the Commanders early on in the season. Everybody would say, oh my God, the Green Bay Packers are Super Bowl bound. This shit is over. Oh my God. Let's crown them now. Then they went on the road and you saw what happened. They went on the road and they lost to Cleveland. I think one of the road games was against the Cardinals. They almost lose that. Then the Panthers come to Lambeau last week, beat them by 3 because they choked. And now the Eagles come to Lambeau this week, beat them by 3 because they choked. I mean, let's be honest. The Packers should have won this game, but they didn't. And the reason why is because they choke. Jordan Love is inconsistent as a quarterback. It's been his entire career. He will have some of the games of a lifetime that like you see and you're like, oh my God, this guy's like the next coming of Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre combined. Like, look at the stuff he's doing. And then he'll have games when you're like, why is this guy the starting quarterback? And that's the thing about the Packers. When the moment gets into a clutch situation, 9 times out of 10, Jordan Love just folds under the pressure. You saw this 2 years ago against the 49ers in the divisional round, where he had 2 game-winning drives to win the game and send the 49ers home, choke both of those drives away. He had opportunities here to drive down the field and get game-winning touchdown, essentially. Couldn't do it. And that's the reality for Green Bay. The NFC has a lot of powerhouse teams. And honestly, the ceiling for the Green Bay Packers this year was the ceiling for the Green Bay Packers last year. It's going to be a wild card exit. Like, do you think the Packers can beat the Seahawks right now? Do you think they can beat the Rams? Do you think they can beat us? Honestly, in a playoff game, do you think they can beat any of the NFC North teams? I don't think so. So I think the Packers are fraudulent. They proved that tonight. And yeah, the game is over. It's done. Packers, it's over. You're not going to the Super Bowl this year. You're going to go home packing. Get it? You're going to go home packing, Packers. As for the Eagles side of things, this gives me absolutely zero confidence heading into next week game against the Lions. It's a home game, but man, this was just like, what the fuck was this? A win is a win at the end of the day, and honestly, after that first half, that was the motto. I don't care about your stats. I don't care about anything. Just get the win. Get the win on the road. Get a win you need to get the number 1 seed. And we barely escape another team. A good defense this time around, but we got the win. So we keep winning no matter what, and that's the recipe for success. Keep winning no matter what. Jalen Phillips already making an impact after the trade. I don't know if Jair Alexander or Michael Carter got plays today, but Jalen Phillips definitely made an impact. He was huge. Adoree Jackson was still out there playing. I guess it's because these guys just got in. They didn't want to start them right away, but I don't think Adoree Jackson will be starting next week against the Lions. I think that's either going to be Carter or Jair. As for the rest of the team, man, Jalen Hurts, again, Jalen Hurts is a great quarterback. I think he's an elite quarterback. But he has these moments where he's like, that's the reason why you're not top 5. Overthrowing receivers. Fumbling, just when you don't need to fumble. There are more moments in this game where it's like, okay, Jalen Hurts is a great quarterback. He's not doing the net negative shit. And then there were moments where you overthrow your receivers, can't throw it too fast, so you zip it back by them, and it's like, this is why you can't be in the top 5. I still don't want anybody else to be my quarterback. Let's get that clear. Jalen Hurts is the Phillies quarterback forever until he retires. And yeah, we're in the number 1 seed now. We kind of have to win out the rest of our games. We probably afford to lose 1, but it depends on these other teams, like the freaking Seahawks, the Rams, even the Lions. We have to beat the Lions. We beat the Packers. That was step number 1. We have to beat the Lions next week. And to be honest, we gotta beat this. We just got to go on a 5-game win streak. We can only afford 1 more loss this season to solidify that 1 seed. And looking at the schedule, the Lions, it can't be the Lions. You have to beat the Lions. So the Bills needs to be the only loss you could possibly have on the schedule, and they don't look so hot either way. To probably guarantee and lock up the 1 seed. And this Eagles team, in order to go back to the Super Bowl this year, they need the 1 seed. They need home playoff games. If this Eagles team doesn't get home playoff games, I'm afraid it might be lights out on a 2-peat. But if we get the 1 seed and we have back-to-back home playoff games, I can definitely see the Eagles 2-peating. I think the Eagles team by the end of the year will be better than any AFC team that can possibly be put out there. Because right now it's just the law of the lawless. You have the freaking Patriots and the Colts leading the way. Come on, man. Those 2 teams are going to show in the playoffs. And that's why I'm not worried about the AFC. I'm just worried about the NFC. But we got the job done against the Packers. Now it's time to take care of the Lions next week at home in Lincoln Financial Field. I'm looking forward to that. Fly Eagles fly.